We're following a tragic story over the weekend. 16-year-old Matthew Bittner of Penfield was struck and killed by a car Friday night as he was crossing a street. This on Chestnut Street in downtown Rochester. An unnamed driver of the car is now facing charges, one of those involving use of marijuana. Erica Cost joining us now live from that scene with the latest. Erica.
And Adam, while we've been here for the past few hours, I do notice it is a busy street, cars going 35 to 40, and pair that with heavy rainfall and the dark night, middle of the night, Friday night. Police say that's what contributed to this accident, part of it. It's a heartbreaking story. Police say 16-year-old Matthew Bittner was crossing Chestnut Street in downtown Rochester with his dad when it happened. The 39-year-old driver is being charged with third-degree aggravated unlicensed operation of a motor vehicle and driving while ability impaired with marijuana. Attorney Peter Polano says DWAIs are not as common as DWIs, but he's predicting that will change now that marijuana is legal in the state.
We're going to see more of them. Now that marijuana is legal, they've always been there. They're not as commonplace as DWI, of course.
Rochester police say the recent legalization is a concern for them. It requires additional training to properly detect this impairment, the highest level requiring several years of experience. The department says in general, people sometimes rationalize their actions by using the argument, well, I'm not drunk. But according to the law, DWIs and DWAIs are the same level of offense.
It's a Class A misdemeanor. It could involve a year in jail. It could involve 3 years probation.
Polano says for this case, prosecution will have to prove whether impairment directly caused the fatality.
Just because a person's impaired and there's a fatality does not necessarily mean that that person is guilty of a homicide, a manslaughter, even a murder, arguably. That's a question that has to be fleshed out by a jury. Did the impairment cause the death, or were there other factors?
And Polano says there's not a lot we can infer from that first charge at this moment. Why the driver was allegedly driving an unlicensed vehicle and why it was considered aggravated remains unknown at this time. Reporting in Rochester, Erica Cost, News 8.
Thank you, Erica. The Penfield Central School District says counselors were on hand today for emotional support, and they said in a statement, please take good care and be safe with your families. Keep Matthew and his family in your thoughts and prayers. Former New York State Assemblyman